table flipping games. We play games on Saturdays. We didn't play last Saturday, but we'll be back at it playing a couple of, or at least one game. We may be taking a look at some of the some smaller card or board games because it is a big BlizzCon weekend. So Deb is out, and so we'll just be kind of playing something on our own with just Joe Foes and I. So that'll be exciting. But every Tuesday I'm here and I'm streaming. Basically, what I kind of made this stream out to be was something of an adaptation stream. So basically, I'm trying to bridge the gap between the video game world and the board game world. I'm showing and streaming games that are board games that have been adapted into video games, and then I'll also probably also show some video games that are not adapted but have very much a lot of board game like qualities. And hopefully that'll either have, if you're a board gamer, hopefully you'll be interested and tempted to playing some of these. If you're a big board gamer, maybe tempted to play some of these video game versions of the board games, and vice versa. If you're a video gamer, maybe you could find some board games that you really enjoy. So kind of trying to bridge those two gaps and really increase the appreciation for board games, and in whatever form they take place in. I mean, I know for one thing, on table flipping games, we play all of our games virtually. We wouldn't be able to have this fun show without it, and so it's nice to have that virtual world, and it really has changed a lot as far as bringing people closer together to be able to play board games, which is really awesome. So, what are we going to do tonight? Well, we've got a couple of things. First, I'll talk a little bit about the news that came out this week. Nothing too big, but there's definitely some cool stuff. And then we're going to try Quest 5 again. I think hopefully second time's a charm with Quest 5 like it was for Quest 4. I'll be using my pre-made deck, or my self-made deck, and we'll see how that goes. I'm playing everything on normal. I did play Quest 1 on hard and beat it, but I have a feeling it would be a lot harder to beat the other quests on hard. So that's basically what I'm kind of taking a look at, and then I'll be at the stopping point. We'll kind of talk about what's next if that happens tonight. And so we'll try Quest 5 again and see how it goes this time. One of the big pieces of news, and I'll kind of go to it here, is as a reward, FFI released a card for free if you had already purchased the game, which is Sting. And if you remember from the tutorial, you actually get this as a reward in the tutorial, and their intention is to have it as a reward for completing the campaign. You get 2 copies of it permanently added to your pool of cards. So that's really awesome. It's a level 2, which means I need to have at least 2 spirit heroes in my deck to play it, but it is a legendary card, which is pretty awesome, so you don't have to pay for it. And their plan is to give cards like this as rewards, but then they're also being very cautious because they don't want to make it so that all of the good cards are hidden behind paywalls, so you have to buy all the quests and everything like that. They're trying to make everything very fair, but they did want to make sure that everyone got this, because if you buy the core set, of course, when you're entering into the game, if you buy the core set, then you definitely get a great card for beating the core set campaign. There'll be other cards as rewards, and then they're actually introducing a new mode, which I'm hoping they're talking enough about it. I'm hoping they're going to be releasing it soon. Apparently it's in a balance phase right now, and that's the encounters. Apparently these are going to be what I like to call like nightmare decks. Like if you know the physical card game Lord of the Rings, you know that many of the quests have been turned into a nightmare mode deck, and they release those for purchase. And then there's also some Gen Con decks. I think they might be closer, kind of a hybrid of the nightmare decks plus Gen Con decks. And apparently they're going to have some new content, new mechanics, new traits are going to show up. There's new ally types, card types. So it'll be really cool, and they're saying that it's going to be a big challenge to just even beat it at all. And so the trick is going to be trying to figure out the best tactics to use in order to beat it. So that's very exciting news. as well. Hopefully that's coming down the pipe soon. If that's the case, then obviously I'll be able to kind of stream that, take a look at that, and we'll see how that what that looks like. And it may take me a while to get to the point where I can actually beat that. Yeah, I agree, Joe. I think that the co-op definitely needs to happen soon. I'm hoping that if it's true what they say, that it's going to be just a matter of a few months between early release and full release, that we'll have the co-op very soon. But I definitely think those encounters will be about 10 times more fun with a partner thinking things through and building decks for it than just one person by themselves. But we'll see. We'll see. Hopefully by the time the new year rolls around, we'll be getting ready for that full release as well. And that's it as far as the news. There wasn't really a whole lot else going on this week, but that's okay because we got some good gaming to go today. If you notice on the main screen here, they have now changed the opening page interface so that the 2 shop options are now on the front page instead of within the store button. So it looks like here they've got some expansions coming out. The Shadows Fall, so it's a kind of a hint, a little bit of a preview of what's to come. And it looks like they've got the art looking kind of like a booster pack like the physical card game has, which I'm hoping that means that they're basically going to make their booster packs like the physical game, because it was pretty cool. They would release a new scenario plus a series of cards that you could get for player cards. And if they do that, what I like about that is you get all the cards you need. You don't have to purchase any, and you get a new story to play, a new challenging chapter. But it'll be interesting because in the physical card game, you buy one quest, and then there's basically 6 booster packs there's a base set for every quest, and then there's 5 or 6 expansion booster packs. Each has a quest, so you end up with about 8 quests total in a campaign. Now the trick is are they going to release a whole campaign in one booster pack or just one quest of the campaign? So that'll be interesting to see how that's going to develop. I could see them having a little bit of difficulty if they're going to try to charge for each individual quest in a campaign, but I don't know. We'll see. Guess it depends on how many cards they include. But we'll get to that later. Then in the vault, it looks like they just have the booster packs purchasable, which is interesting because, oh wait, got a little bit of a strange, okay. So here is the one Valor card I don't have. I haven't purchased this yet. I could. They gave me my money back for purchasing the hero packs, which apparently I got those. We're supposed to, anybody who purchases, I think gets those for free as part of the core set now. You don't have to purchase the separate hero packs. But I do have one Valor card. I think I'm going to wait to buy that. We'll see if I get to a point where I really want to use this in a deck. But I still have one card I could buy. I'm just being stingy. I'm trying to see if there's a way that I can get around buying it. There's no Palantir system anymore, so I don't think I'll have any other way than spending Valor. So let's go ahead and get into that 5th quest. Try it again. My game ended in a way that I wasn't expecting for the 5th quest. I escaped with Bilbo, and of course it was kind of a nod to the 2nd quest in the core set called Down the Anduin. Same river, similar type stage 2 of the quest, which is really cool. I love that they're kind of doing these nods occasionally to the core set, but it's definitely not a retread of that quest, because there are a lot of differences, and I actually don't even know if I reached the final stage. It didn't say final stage, so I have a feeling it wasn't the final stage, and I actually ended up hitting the max threat, which was not how I thought I was going to go out. So I really have to watch threat this time.
To rescue Bilbo Baggins from Mirkwood spiders, you fought bears, a monstrous slug, met the treacherous Smeagol, and much more. You've discovered that the great spiders are in league with a host of orcs, collecting slaves for some devilry to the south. You manage to free Bilbo from their orcs and their captain Ulfthak. Escaping on a fast-flowing stream, the current has taken you several miles away before you're able to swim onto dry land. Looking to the northeast, the sight of distant torches confirms what you fear, that Ulfthak and his minions are in pursuit. Bilbo shakes with cold. You must find some way to reach the River Anduin and get the old hobbit to safety. After following the bank for some miles, you catch the sound of pounding ahead. You soon come upon a terrible sight. A hill troll has beaten 2 Beorning fishermen to death, and now looks to be deciding which to eat first. Lapping against the shore is what you're looking for, a large fishing raft.
All right.
If by life or death I can save you, I will.
I do not fear either pain or death.
My axe is restless in my hands.
Okay, so pretty good starting hand. I've got some veteran axe hands, which are some of my favorite low-level cards. I've got a guard of the Citadel. I've got an Ever Vigilant and a Star Brooch to get my untapping engine started. I think I'm going to keep these cards. I actually really like this hand. Hopefully, I've never done this before.
Good morning.
Alright, I gotta keep Bilbo alive. And I gotta get on the raft and escape the pursuing forces. Okay. So if I put Guard of the Citadel out first, the Hill Troll will hit him and take him out. And that's 4 damage I'll dodge, but I'll lose that card for good. And then I'll kind of be in the same boat. This time I've got to figure out a way to dodge 3 damage. But if I play the Axe hand first, he can take a hit from the Hill Troll, but fortunately I can't make the Hill Troll attack him, although I wonder if the AI will attack him anyway. But I really can't afford to take 4 points of damage on anybody else, so I think I'm going to have to do that.
My Lord Denethor!
Okay, so he did die. Just like I thought would happen. And let's see. So now I'm going to be taking 3 damage. There's probably no way that I can take that. I can't even work on this objective of unleashing the raft. I can't work on this at all while the Hill Troll's in play. I don't want to tap Gimli yet. I would have him guard, but man, I really don't want to untap him yet because I want to get the Star Brooch on him. Which I don't even know if I can do this turn anyway, if I play the Veteran Axe hand. Alright, well I guess I'll get Gimli on guard. So he decided to play a creature. So I'll bring the axe hand out. Okay. Well, I can't bring Gimli back because I don't have enough resources. Oh, yes I do. I can steal one from Sauron. But the question is, I don't know if I want to do that right away because someone will get hit for 3 damage, so I have a feeling Sauron played a pretty crafty move by attacking with his lower guy on Gimli. I have a feeling if I put Aragorn on guard, he's going to attack me with the bird, the flock. And then he'll get a resource with that too. I'll kind of be right back where I was before. But here's my other thing. Let's say that I decide I'm going to get proactive and I'm going to attack the old Dol Guldur orcs. Because they're on guard, they're going to do 3 damage to whoever attacks them, and I don't have enough attack to kill him anyway. So maybe the smart thing is to put the veteran axe hand on guard. And that's what I thought was going to happen. Okay. If I steal a resource, I have a feeling he's going to go after Bilbo. So I should probably put Aragorn on guard, unfortunately. Sauron's got a lot of money right now. Oh, he played that as an event. So now that I have Aragorn on guard, I wonder if I have to worry about... Well, I can't play any more cards anyway, so I gotta just do powers. Stole a resource from him so that I can hopefully bring Gimli back. Okay. So the sniper can attack whoever he wants. Whew. I just can't get this, these orcs to go. Alright, I'll bring Gimli back. This may be a terrible decision. And then he'll get to go. Oh, I wonder if that... Huh. So I ready a character, but how is it still my turn? That's interesting. I'm surprised that it's still my turn. So I'll go ahead and have Gimli attack these orcs. And he's already down to 7 hit points. That takes the guard off of him. And now the question becomes, do I want to try to push for some fate events, or basically my other choice is to attack the orcs, which are going to untap next round. It's probably the smartest thing, because they're going to untap next round and they'll have guard, which means they do their 3 points of damage no matter what.
No living man.
And she's not going to take any damage by attacking them, so it's probably smart. Oh, Sauron passed. Okay, thanks. Alright, so now would be a good time to try to get some defense going, some more defense. I'm going to put the axe hand on guard. I love this guard ability. Oh, but he can attack Aragorn. I forgot about that. Okay, that's okay. And he only took 1 damage because he has block. I don't think I can attack this goblin sniper until he has been exhausted. And I definitely want to try to focus on the hill troll anyway. So I'm going to go ahead and start beefing up my peeps Gimli now can do 6 damage. Now I can attack either one of these guys. I've got 1 resource left. I gotta decide if I want to use it to bring out the archer. Or, let's see. So right now I can destroy the hill troll. But the question then becomes, what do I want to do next? And he's still got 3 resources. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and take some of that money away from him. So he gains a threat. I love that basically I can use Bilbo to make this an easy game, an easy level difficulty, if I can steal a resource every round. So now I've actually got 2 resources. I could bring out the axe hand, another axe hand. But I also think that I want to work on fate a little bit. Because of the fact that I can do a lot of powerful things, like for example, losing threat might be something I need to do every single time I can, because I lost that way last time. I don't think I need to worry about removing the restriction from the raft, because I think I'm going to be able to get that done. Alright. It's tough choices, man. So I definitely want to have Gimli attack at least once, and then I want to see what he does. So got a treachery card out. We don't know what's going to happen. So some kind of trap. And that has brought him down to 0. So I think he's going to pass, probably. So I'll go ahead and have Gimli hit. So Sauron does pass. So basically, and he does block, so I would have to attack the hill troll with both Aragorn and Eowyn. Or I can bring out, yeah, I can bring out the axe hand and also do the same thing too. So I think I might do that.
My axe swings too.
Alright. Oh, that's not going to be enough, now that I think about it. Geesh. Reduces by 1 every attack. So if I was doing 4, it would reduce it to 3, but because I'm doing 2 and 2, it reduces it to 1 and 1 or 2. That's ridiculous. So what I might do is have Aragorn, while the sniper is vulnerable, I might have Aragorn take the sniper out, and then I've got the hill troll in somewhat of a weakened position. This is tough, because if I don't make him killable, he's going to do 4 damage next round. And the only way I can make him killable is by having Aragorn go after him instead. Because I want to save Eowyn for some fate. Alright, so I have her putting some fate. I can restore a hit point to every ally, but I only have 1 damage. Well, it would get him back up, but it wouldn't heal. It would only heal 1 ally. So I think I'm going to save it for something better, like this threat loss or reducing it. Well, I'm not really worried about reducing an enemy down to 1 hit point anyway. Alright, so I've got to make this guy vulnerable.
He cannot stand alone.
So now anybody could probably kill him next round. Unless he brings a guarded. Well, he won't have the opportunity to bring a guard out. Yeah, Joe, I was looking at that, but then I thought, surely I can kill these 2 measly guys. Surely I can kill them and be able to do it the normal way, the old-fashioned way. So I can't attack the goblin. But I need to just attack the hill troll. Because he's got 4 damage coming at me if I don't. So, seems like the obvious choice.
He cannot stand alone!
Okay. Alright. So unfortunately, Gimli is really hurting. I wish I could give some healing to someone like I could in that last quest. So I definitely think the only fate I'll do in this section is the Grace of Lorien, which will reduce my threat. Okay, so I won't get to draw as many cards, but I think that'll be okay. I think It's interesting that he played that card because I have to try to either take that out or next round I'll only draw 1 card, which isn't too bad. I've got a lot of good cards I can play. I'm kind of okay on card draws. But now I got to worry about this guy. So I'll use an axe hand on him. Sauron passes. I've still got 1 axe hand to take out the last guy. And then I've still got 3 resources, which is awesome. The question is, do I want to bring out 1 more person to fill out my army? I definitely want to reduce the threat because every hero is going to be reduced to 0 willpower, and that killed me last game. I had a really hard time passing objectives on the next stage of the quest. So it sets you up for a failure if you don't take care of this problem. So I'm going to go ahead and lose 3 threat. So I'm down to 30. So now I'm sure that I can beat this stage of the quest easily by then. And then I should have a lot easier time next round. Okay. I only wish that I had an untap on Eowyn, but that's okay. So I will take this guy out. And oh, I still have a bunch of man, so do I want the Watchman who does some extra blocking, or a Lancer who's ranged? It's a tough choice. I think I'll bring the Lancer out, because I've already got some good tanks on the battlefield right now. So he can do one thing. I'll have him work on this quest. And, oh, I forgot. He's back. He's stalwart still. So now this quest should be reachable just with Eowyn alone. Of course I have to take damage for her to be boosted, but okay, so I think I'll start off by stealing a little bit from... Oh, that's not what I meant to do. I meant to... Gain a threat for each ally. Well, I can't gain threat, so... Gotta discard an ally. Man, I wish that was so dumb. I can't believe that I did not steal from him. Well, and I can't use my... Hopefully the threat will carry over like it has in other stages. I don't think I want to bring anybody else out just yet. I want to see if he brings out something that I need to worry about that with. So I'll have Aragorn apply his 2 willpower. Okay.
I'll put an arrow in your guts.
So not too big of a deal. Passes again. So I think I'll go ahead and travel, because for some reason they must have changed the way they do the traveling phase, but it seems like the rounds
You
reset.
struggle to manage the unfamiliar vessel as it lurches and wobbles on the narrow stream. After some hours, the tributary widens at last to connect with the mighty river Anduin. You carefully guide the raft through the eddies that roil in the junction of the two currents, and soon find yourself rapidly floating south on the great river. Suddenly, an orc arrow lodges itself in your raft with a thud. Cruel shapes move on the forested eastern shore, easily keeping up with your clumsy raft. Cursing the persistence of orcs, you reluctantly steer towards the more turbulent western side of the river, hoping to put more distance between the raft and the enemy archers. Alas, recent rainfalls in the misty mountains have given the river fuel, and the rapids soon become treacherous. Very treacherous.
Alright, so we'll see if... I guess maybe it depends on the quest, whether it starts a new round or not, but before, I remember, specifically on certain quests, I did not start a round again, but it looks like here I'm not. Oh, no. Upkeep phase again. Okay, so we're starting over. At the that means at the beginning of the upkeep, he does 2 damage, which really ticks me off. But I can't come in the middle of a phase, because I had a couple of untapped people. So, I guess the lesson is, tap those people for fate if you're going to end and travel, because otherwise you're going to lose their actions. And if they have a little bit of willpower, that will at least boost your fate up, which I can already start working on this new fate event. One is to give one hit point back to every ally. I only have one ally who's missing hit points, so that's not that useful. I can apply 5 progress to a random hazard for 4 fate. And for 7, I can reduce an enemy to 1 hit point. Again, these enemies don't have a lot of hit points, so I'm not too worried about that. What I am worried about is the fact that they all do 2 damage. Ah, but I have a ranged guy here, so I could take out these... At least get rid of these guys that can do random damage at the beginning of every round, plus 2 during the round. Man, but Gimli is hurting big time. This is a tough one, man. Okay. So I gotta bring something out that can guard. Like, for example, the guard of the Citadel.
I serve the steward of Gondor.
Which is nice because killed him but only did half damage to my guard. Now if I were to do this event, it might be worth it because I would heal the guard up to enough to where he would not take damage by another hit. So this might be a little bit of a waste of time. See, I want to wait anyway before I do any questing on this stage, because when I get to 34 threat, which is only 2 threat away, it's going to restore every objective to its full value and add 2 to each. I don't think I can quest fast enough to be able to complete 1. Maybe I can, I don't know. But at least this poor guard, he can take 1 more hit and not die. So he basically stopped 4 damage just by himself. Now my archer can attack this last guy. He should be able to, right? Wait, I thought that's what range does. Ignores guard. Okay, so he only ignores guard. So I guess I should have my other axe hand guard. But I definitely don't want Gimli dying. Okay. So at this point, I could use Gimli to kill both of these guys, and then that would leave me... I don't want cards discarded. I definitely don't want threat. And I don't want 2 damage to be dealt to every random character. So the question is, would 5... progress to a random hazard be better than just applying? So it only cost me 4, whereas I'd have to have 6. This is tough math. As long as the random character that takes 2 damage is not Gimli, which I have pretty good odds of it not being him this round, I can stop the extra threat from happening, which is what killed me last time. So let's just do that.
No living man am I.
I really wish I could untap heal in. Oh, I can. Deal 1 damage to a random character. Repeat for each enemy in play. So 3 enemies just took random damage. So I can exhaust an ally to ready a character. And it's probably going to be worth it because I don't need him to kill. Oh, cancel the next event. Gosh. That's annoying. And I haven't used Bilbo for his power. So that means that was a waste. 2 action round with Gandalf. Yeah, that's true. But I think I'm full. Oh no, he's glowing, so I must still be able to bring him out. So, if Gandalf comes out, I can lose 3 threat, and then I can quest with him, which he'll be able to take out 4 willpower on something. Or, I'm just not sure if I want to gamble with the 5 progress. Because knowing my luck, it's going to be on the Swirling Eddy, which I'm not worried about, because I don't think I'm going to spend a lot of rounds on this stage this time. I just hate playing him when there's not a... Okay, so I can't play him unless someone's off the board. I could remove the guard, but man, he'll be so useful to take a big hit if I can get past the... Get Escort out before Gandalf and save Escort dying for when Gandalf's out. Oh, yeah, you're right. I see what you're saying now, Joe. If I use the Escort, I can ready Gandalf and do 2 actions. That's smart. Okay, I'm saving those 2 for a combo later then, definitely. Man, I really wish he wouldn't have canceled that. So, I'm going to have Aragorn and Bilbo both work on this quest.
Lazy lob!
And then... I can't bring any more allies out, so I should just raise Aragorn up. I just need to have Gimli finish these guys off really quickly. And then, so there's no point in working on these quests. Well, next, unless he plays something that increases the threat by 1, I should be okay past the upkeep of next round. I don't think he can play anything before, even if the threat goes up to 34, I should be able to finish working on one of these hazards before it resets.
He cannot stand alone.
So we'll do that. Okay. I didn't quite see who took the damage, but I think one of them was Aragorn. Yeah, thanks for that advice, Joe. The Escort giving Gandalf 2 turns, man, that's going to be fantastic. So I'm up to 33 threat. I don't know what he's going to play, but just in case, I'm going to steal some resources from him. Man, I love that power. Okay, so at the end of the round, he's going to gain a threat from this hazard. So I'm going to go up to 34 anyway. And unfortunately, Eowyn's power is not activated. he's probably going to pass after this round. So I'm only going to have the willpower here that I have in front of me. Which is 3, 4, 5, 6. So it's just enough to finish this hazard, which is going to give him extra threat, and this hazard, which is going to deal 2 damage. So I guess that's my best play.
I serve no man.
And there's probably no use in bringing him back with a resource because... Oh, I can play the Dwarven Axe. Definitely worth it. Glad I've got some non-allies. Man, there's so many allies in my hand, I need something else. Get him prepped for next round. Or next stage.
I will smite you if you touch him!
Well, let's see. He's gonna get... Gimli's gonna get 2 actions. Yeah, that's still not enough. Man. Okay. I think I'm gonna have to go one more round. And take some random damage. 2 damage to a random character. I cannot apply any... Well, yeah, actually it would be worth it to bring him back so that I could apply his fate. And Gimli can as well because... Oh, I completely forgot. I'm going to be able to do one more round because it's not going to be 34... Well, no, it'll be 34 at the end of the phase, right? So does that mean the threat event happens now? It should. Yeah, I think so. Because I get threat at the end of the round, and then during the upkeep is when the fate event happens, threat event happens, yeah. So every objective goes to full plus 2. Alright. Alright. This is what we've been looking for. So I can give someone else an axe, someone else a brooch. I definitely want to steal some resources. Okay. So he only takes 1 damage to kill. Seems like a... So he gets some extra resources during upkeep. And the funny thing is I have to get rid of every hazard. So that includes the new ones he plays. Thankfully someone took damage though, because basically what that means is now Eowyn gets 3 willpower, plus with this new star brooch I'm just putting on her, she'll get to go twice. So Sauron passes. I definitely want to knock out this damage to a random character, so let's see if I can... See, at this point, I only need 1 more willpower to activate this special event, which applies 5 to a random hazard. Let's hope it goes on a good one. Yes! Okay, so I can stop losing cards. I'm down to 12. Now I've got to figure out how I'm going to apply this. So I've got enough to take out these 2 hazards just with Eowyn alone, but I really need her to work on this so I can stop bleeding damage. So I gotta work on this.
No living man am I! I will smite you if you touch him!
I serve no man.
Alright. If I don't bring Aragorn back, I only have 2. If I bring Aragorn back, I've got enough to complete 1 other hazard. And I also should play this other Dwarven Axe. It's on Aragorn, probably. I'll go ahead and do that now. I'll bring him back. So I don't want to lose cards. I guess I don't mind a round where he has an extra resource, because I'll steal it from him anyway.
He cannot stand alone.
Alright, and then we'll put one more toward that. Oh, I forgot, he's got Stalwart. So close! Man, I wish I could finish this stage. I could get rid of my guard and bring one person out. But there's nobody. It's worth it. Okay, so I've gone up to 35, which means something bad's going to happen. Man, I can't believe there's a threat event at 35. Reduce every hero to 0 willpower this round. Okay, so it's just one round, but that's really annoying because I'm going to go ahead and cancel an event that Sauron plays. It's a secret trap. Yes. So he could have discarded an attachment. Thankfully I played that because it would have been bad if it would have been the Star Brooch. Is that a random attachment? Yeah. So at least I blocked that. And he's out of resources. Man, that was an expensive card. 4? Whew. Okay. So I think I'm going to learn from my lesson this time. I basically only need 1 willpower. I'm going to apply every single bit of willpower that I have to Fate, so I can trigger it right away. So I'm going to go ahead and... Oh, but everybody's got 0 willpower, so what does it really matter? Well, I'll do it with the ones that can. So Sauron passes. Now I just need the 1 willpower to do this. And then traveling.
Barely surviving the turgid rapids, you're overjoyed to see the wider Anduin ahead. You fervently hope the orcs have given up pursuit and returned to their decrepit tower. You'll keep to the river until you reach the banks of Lorien. The elves will surely shelter you and allow Bilbo to recover from his ordeal. Lost in thoughts of the Golden Wood, you fail to notice the change in the river until it's too late. Without warning, the raft bucks with a wooden screech and halts. The jolt throws you forward, and several bags are thrown into the river. At first, you're confused by the impact, but realize the widening of the river has shallowed the water. Enough, in fact, that you're able to wade into the water to retrieve your packs. When a roar suddenly erupts from the eastern bank, your enemy's plan is laid bare. The orcs knew about this ford and have waited for this moment. The howls intensify as the orcs and goblins emerge from the tree line and rush into the shallow waters.
Alright. This is where I got stuck last time. I faded out, which is actually great. This time I'm down to 36. I think I only had 40. I think I was up to like 45 last time. So I have to be careful, but I'm doing better than I was last time. Deny the crossing to hold the enemy at bay until you can escape upon the water. Bilbo must survive. Okay. But this becomes tough because I have to decide who's taking damage and guarding and so on. But I definitely have a much bigger army this time as well. My peeps are really low on hit points. The one fate event I can do is to reduce an enemy to 1. It might be worth it to do that with this patrol guy. I already have somebody on guard, so I'm already kind of ahead of the game right now. What I think is going to happen is that as soon as someone attacks him, I'm assuming it's going to be one of these marauders, I can then bring out Gandalf and do 3 damage to someone. We'll see how this works out. But I should be able to trade pretty good hits, I think. Okay. So the question is, what do I want to do? I've already got a special event on him. And on her. I don't have one on Aragorn yet, so he might be someone worth putting Unexpected Courage on. So he could actually attack twice, and then, or actually 3 times. That might be worth it. Because I don't know that I'll be able to play anything else right now. I've got so much money. I think I should, instead of playing Unexpected Courage just yet, I should go ahead and use Bilbo's power to make sure I get this resource in case he's thinking about playing something. Okay. So he got a resource probably from one of these guys. Yeah, when the Orc Marauder attacks, he gets a resource. So now at this point... I could bring out Gandalf, but the problem is that he could attack someone really powerful that I need to stay alive. So I got to keep my guys on the defensive. I got to make the axe hand block, and he'll be okay taking any amount of damage from these guys. Even the big guy won't kill him, which I figured he would attack him. So at this point, I still have to worry about a little bit of damage. And I don't want one of my... I think I'm getting to a point where... I'm going to have to really think this through. Because if I could attack with this guy, but okay, so the problem is I can't attack with anybody because this guy's going to soak up 6 points of damage basically. So I gotta put him on guard. Yeah. Now I can attack whoever I want, but I have to worry about... I still have to worry about 2 more damage. If Gimli gets hit, he's gonna die. So I've gotta make someone else take the hit. And there's nobody that I can bring out that will have an automatic guard. Ah, but I can bring out Tom. I can defeat a non-unique enemy. Unfortunately, that still means the other enemy can attack and kill Gimli. So I'm going to have to put Aragorn on guard. And that kills that guy. Aragorn's down now, too, and hurting. And unfortunately, I do have to bring out Tom now because otherwise... No, I can bring out Gandalf. Unfortunately, I have to waste the 3 damage on... this goblin archer.
I am a servant of the secret fire.
3 damage. Okay. Gain a threat every time you play a card. So I have to be able to bring the escort out. Which means I need to go with Gandalf sooner rather than later. Yeah, thanks, Joe. I'm definitely using your advice here. So I got to go with Gandalf first. I'm trying to figure out if it would be better to... Okay, so he's just going to have a bunch of orcs come out. So essentially, I could beat this quest now and move on. And I don't think any of these guys are going to follow me, or I won't have to worry about him. Let's see what he plays. I'll have her quest once.
No
She's going to
living
be able to
man
apply
am I.
3 more. Okay, so at the end of the round he's going to gain a threat. That's just 1. That's something that'll happen at the end of the round. Won't even happen this round because these guys will be gone if I can quest and succeed. So I'm going to quest one more time. See if he
Smite
plays
you if you
anything else.
touch him.
Gain a threat after attacking this enemy. Okay. So if I don't attack these enemies and waste a round on that, huh. It's kind of interesting. Actually, I think, Joe, I may actually be able to do 3 rounds with Gandalf. If I used common cause, I think after. We'll see if this works. Alright.
Back to the shadow.
So he just gave somebody 2 extra attack, which is fine. So I'm going to bring Escort out, and I'll have... Now I get to ready a character. Sauron's passing. Oh, as revenge. So I have to get him killed. Ah! That sucks. Well, it was worth it. It would have been good. Alright, so unfortunately, I'm going to have to apply my willpower. And then I'm going to travel. Yeah, this sucks. I used him at like the worst time I could have used him. Okay.
The golden haze of Lorien is finally in sight. Weary beyond words, your mood is somber. You settle the spent raft on a bank of soft grasses and marigolds. Ahead, the edge of the golden wood is blurred by a light haze, as if looking into a dream. Beautiful and perilous is that place. A sanctuary for those who come with peace in their hearts, an ossuary for those that come with violence. The end of your journey in sight, the oh-so-familiar thunder of heavy boots nearly breaks your resolve. Furious that you escaped his trap at the ford, Ulfthak has crossed west of the Anduin with a strong force and has sped for days to intercept you. They emerge from the nearby pinewood like a rotten stain on the green field. Your tired frames are no match for their strong legs, and Ulfthak's host easily moves between you and the golden trees. In baleful cacophony, the orcs howl as they attack. Yet, did you hear something else above the din? The call of the clear horns, and of horns answering.
Ooh, I hope so. Okay, so Joe just made me realize I did something dumb. I could have used common cause on the escort, and that would have exhausted him, and then I could have brought with that, and then I could have brought Gandalf back for another round. I could have added some fate. That's okay. So this is the final encounter, finally. Protect Bilbo until the Wardens of Lorien arrive, then defeat every enemy in play. Okay, so the Wardens of Lorien. So at the end of the round, under the Watchful Eye means I'm going to reduce each player's hand by 3 cards. Uh-oh, I got another Gandalf. If I can make this happen. Wardens of Lorien, you must hold out until the Haldar and his wardens arrive. Enter the round, apply 2 progress, cannot engage. Okay, so I can't complete this quest, but in 2 rounds I'm going to get some peeps out to help me. I can reduce an enemy to 1 if I just get 3 more threat, which should be pretty easy to do. And I could bring out Gandalf again, which is awesome. I just have to figure out how to not take damage. There's some big guys out here. There's 2 4s. And I've got to get Gandalf out before... Man, I really wish I could bring somebody out that is automatically guarding. This is a bummer. I'm going to have some heavy casualties unless I can figure out a way to turn everything. Well, I could play a shield and gain 2 and block, but there's no guarantee that he'll go after the character that blocks. Okay. What I'm worried about is that the Goblin Warlord will go first. The reason why I'm worried about that is because I would rather him wait, and then hopefully I can bring Gandalf out. Hopefully Uthak will go first. Kill this axe hand. I guess we might as well see if that happens. Okay, good. That's what I wanted to have happen. So now what I want to have happen is I want Gandalf to come out to kill the Goblin Warlord. Unfortunately, that means that someone might kill Gimli, so I don't know if I can do that. I've got to figure out a way to turn this. Okay. This is really dumb and risky, but well, hold on. If I were to play Gondorian Shield on Gimli, he would survive a hit. If they hit him. I don't know if they'll hit him. They might hit my escort. And I would lose the ability to ready a character. But Gimli could hit hard. And I'd still be able to bring Gandalf out. I think it's going to be worth it. Yeah, that's what I was thinking too, Joe. Good thinking. Great minds. No! Eowyn died, but that's okay. It's sad. It's sad. I don't want her to die. She's my favorite. One of my favorite characters. But it might be okay that she dies because that means that if I can take out just a little bit more damage, if I can figure out this last little part, if I bring Gandalf out, I can take this Goblin Warlord out. Unfortunately, someone else would take 2 damage, and it might be Aragorn. That would make me mad, because he does a lot of damage. If I tap the escort, he gets killed and it readies a character, but that's wasted. I could do something even riskier, which is to guard. Oh, Bilbo can't guard. Okay. Well, that at least avoids that temptation for me. I'm gonna risk bringing out Gandalf and hope that they won't.
I am a servant of the
I don't know who they're gonna
secret
go after.
fire.
I don't even want to know. I'm gonna deal 3 damage. Take out this big guy. Oh, how did that?
Fate, the bearer, is in my hands.
Oh, wow, that did some damage that I wasn't prepared for. Some random damage. Well, that sucks. Okay, so Gimli gets to go twice. He's got to stay alive or I lose the game. I can exhaust an ally to ready another character, so I'm going to save that for Bilbo. I can't bring anything else out card-wise this round. I have to be very careful. So I'm going to have Gandalf kill this last guy. He's not the only one who can. But I'm worried about anything else coming out being harder to kill. Yeah. So this guy isn't harder, but again, he's something to worry about. So he has pursuit and range, but Bilbo could actually take him out, which is kind of cool.
Lazy lob.
Oh, but I can't bring Gandalf back now. Okay, well, that was dumb. That's okay. I really didn't need to do... He did enough to kill that guy, which I needed to do that. And now I have enough to kill the chieftain. Let's see if anything bad's going to happen. At the end of the round, he's going to summon orcs, so I should kill him. These 2 guys have guard. That's not a big deal. What's he going to get from this? Hazard? Reduce each player's hand to 3 cards, so that's not good, but I can't do anything about it because I can't play anything. Anyway, so I'll kill him, and then I get to attack one more time. Uthak is defeated. With a pained grunt, Uthak falls back while shouting at his minions to kill you all. You have a feeling you haven't seen the last of him. That's not good. Ooh. So at 40 threat, it deals 3 damage to Bilbo. I'm glad I did not block with Bilbo. Okay, discard each player's hand and 2 cards from the top of their deck. So I'm going to lose cards here pretty quickly, too. So I need to finish these guys quickly. Okay. Discard 3 cards. Okay. Well, I'm only getting 3 resources, so Tom doesn't need to come out. I need to keep my low-cost allies. I don't know that Unexpected Courage... Aragorn is dead, so I don't need that. I could exhaust an ally. Yeah. Okay. So this will be tough. Bilbo's going to take 3 damage. Okay, so I've got some stuff to untap. Untap Gimli. Or, yeah. So I'll guard. And then I just have to wait one more round now. But I also have to wait for him to spend his resources. So I'm going to go ahead and take one away from him. Okay, so he only is able to bring out a Muck Adder, which I can handle. And I've still got 4 threat to spend, or 4 resources to spend. I'm going to bring out a sneak attack, see what comes out. Alright. Oh my god! That was terrible. Why did I do that? So I didn't put Gimli on guard with his second action, which meant that the adder was able to go after. I got too anxious. I was about to win, and I lost. Wow. That was terrible. I can't believe that happened. Well, that's what you get for not watching what you're doing, because I should have realized and thought about the fact that because he gets an action after I get an action, he would get to attack with the guy he just summoned, and I could have easily, simply put Gimli on guard again or attacked with Gimli. I didn't need to play... I think I tried to play an ally out of my hand. I didn't need to do that. Could have done that later. Wow. So that was a pretty sorry defeat on my part. Can't believe that happened. That was pretty disappointing. I can't believe I did that. I was just about to win. Well, whew, that's frustrating. It is a little disappointing that you don't get something for at least playing. Because that's a lot of time to play through a mission. But that's okay. I know what... I kind of know what happens. I kind of know... I just hope I can... I really felt like I got lucky with a lot of things that happened. And I had some pretty good combos. There were a couple of missteps. I should not have played Gandalf in that previous stage. I should have just gone and beaten it normally and saved Gandalf for the last stage. But hey, I got him back, and then I couldn't use him again anyway. So, whew, that was a loss. That's for sure. What a silly loss. Well, next week I'll be back on Tuesday to try that one more time, and hopefully I will get the cards I need and not make stupid mistakes. So, yeah, you'll have to join me back there then. Or and also, please tune in this Saturday. We'll be doing table flipping games. I know it's BlizzCon week, but hopefully you'll tune in and check us out. We're going to be trying out a couple of maybe smaller games or maybe a Halloween themed game. We haven't really decided what we're going to do yet. But we will be back this Saturday doing that, or just tune in next Tuesday, and I'll be streaming this again and try to pick myself up off the ground after that humiliating defeat. So, all right, I'll see you guys next week. Bye.